So let's start with question number 1. The group of students blank excited about the upcoming field trip. Choose the letter that corresponds to your answer. Ngayon, para masunod po yung subject-verb agreement rule, tandaan nyo po na itong group of students is considered singular. Ito po kasi ay isang collective noun. So kapag subject siya ng isang sentence, yung isang collective noun, by the way, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng collective noun? Kapag sinabi po natin collective noun, it refers to some sort of group or collection of people, animals, things, and etc. Kumbaga from the word itself, collection, isang set. Dito sa ating halimbawa, the group of students. So isang set or isang collection of students. And again, ito po ay hindi natin kinoconsider as plural, but as singular. Kasi nga isang set lang siya, isang collection of something. So, ang ibig sabihin po pala nito, since na singular yung ating subject, kailangan natin ng singular verb. At ang singular verb dito is, which is letter A. Hindi po tayo pwedeng gumamit ng ito po ay be verb. Gagamitin lamang po natin yung kapag tayo po ay magde-describe ng isang person or thing in the present. Let's say for example, I am humble, I am handsome. So dyan po ginagamit ko yung to describe myself. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. And now let's proceed with question number 2. Neither the cat nor the dog blank to blame for the mess in the living room. Sige nga, subukan mong sagutan ito. Feel free to pause the video. Tandaan po natin na itong neither nor is a correlative conjunction. At pakatandaan po natin na kapag tayo po ay nagko-connect ng dalawang subjects with a correlative conjunction like either or, neither nor, yung verb na kasunod should always agree with the closest noun. Ibig sabihin po nito dito sa ating halimbawa, we need to use is kasi nga yung dog yung pinakamalapit sa verb. So kinakailangan kung ano yung pinakamalapit na noun or subject sa verb, yun yung mag-a-agree sa bawat isa. So if the subject is singular, the verb must also be singular. And if the subject is plural, then the verb must also be plural. Pero if it happens na halimbawa sabihin natin dogs ito, so dyan pa lang po tayo gagamit dito ng are. So the dogs are to blame. So ganun po. So is ang gagamitin kasi dog lang, are kapag dogs na. So kinakailangan kung ano yung pinakamalapit na noun or subject sa verb, yun yung mag-a-agree sa bawat isa. Pero kapag ang isang sentence begins with neither or either, tapos walang or nor, yung verb must always be singular. Let's say for example, neither of the two houses blank open. So, in this example, neither lang yung nakikita natin sa sentence. So, ibig sabihin nito, gagamit tayo ng singular verb kasi wala yung combination na neither nor, either or. Isa pa pong halimbawa, sabihin nating either house blank fine with me. Sa sentence na ito, wala pa rin po yung combination na either or, either lang yung nakikita natin sa sentence. So, gagamit pa rin tayo ng singular verb. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. And now let's proceed with question number 3. The collection of rare stamps blank on display at the museum. Ang subject po natin sa sentence na ito is collection, and it is therefore singular. That is why kailangan po natin ng, yes, tama, singular verb, which is letter A. At itong phrase na ito ay nag-a-act as a modifier na siyang nagpo-provide lamang po ng additional na information about the subject, which is collection. Ibig sabihin nito, ini-specify lamang niya kung anong klaseng collection ang tinutukoy dito. At ang prepositional phrase na ito, it only indicates the location of the collection. Kumbaga nagbibigay lamang siya ng mas detalyadong information about where the collection can be seen. Okay, so let's proceed with question number 4. One of the players blank injured during the game. Try to answer this question para makapag-practice po kayo. Ang main subject po natin sa sentence na ito is one. Kahit na merong of the players, the subject is still singular. Kasi itong one is a singular pronoun. Itong of the players po kasi is a modifier. It provides us an additional information about which one or which group among the players. And I guess na naaamoy nyo na po kung ano yung sagot. Since meron tayong singular subject, so we need a singular verb as well. And the correct answer is letter A, was. So next, question number 5. The committee members blank working hard on the proposal. Ang subject po natin sa sentence na ito is committee members, which is plural. And that also means we need a plural verb, which is letter B. At hindi rin po tayo pwedeng gumamit ng were kasi ito ay past tense. Ibig sabihin, ginagamit lamang ito kapag completed na ang action. Pero dito sa ating sentence, ongoing yung action, working hard. So ito po ay present continuous tense. Ibig sabihin nito, it is used to describe an actions that are happening at the moment of speaking or actions that are ongoing and not yet completed. Okay, so next, question number 6. Each of the students blank a copy of the textbook. A, need, B, needs, C, needing, or letter D, needs na may comma. The word each is considered singular, and it is our subject. Ngayon, kailangan din po natin ng singular verb. So, ang singular verb po sa mga choices is only letter B. Pero yung letter D may comma kasi. Hindi na po natin kailangang mag-pause after sa word na needs. So, para magkaroon po kayo ng additional na idea regarding sa mga subject-verb agreement rules, you can check the description box below for the link of the video. So, next, question number 7. My friend and her brother blank to visit us next weekend. Ang main subject of the sentence is my friend and her brother. It is being connected by a coordinating conjunction and these two subjects form a plural compound subject. So, ibig sabihin nito, kailangan po natin ng plural verb as well. And the plural verb here is a, which is plan. My friend and her brother plan to visit us next weekend. By the way, pwede rin po natin gamitin si letter D, planned, which means past tense. Maaring napagplanuhan na nila last day, last week, last month, na bibisita sila next weekend. Ang hindi lang po natin pwedeng gamitin is letter B and letter C. Yung letter B po kasi, this is a singular verb. That means this is for singular subject. At yung letter C naman, planning, gagamit lamang tayo kung may helping verb na are. Ibig sabihin nito, my friend and her brother are planning. So pwede. Pero kapag walang are, yung helping verb na are, hindi pwedeng gamitin si planning. So next, question number 8. The sound of the waves, is it make or makes me feel drowsy? Ang main subject po natin sa sentence na ito is itong the sound of the waves. Ito po ay isang descriptive phrase na nagre-represent po ng isang auditory experience sa isang tao. Kumbaga sinasabi niya na yung sound of the waves ay nakakaantok para sa kanya. So itong of the waves, ito po ay isang prepositional phrase and it functions to provide additional information about which sound is being referred to. So ito ay singular. So sound. So, kailangan natin ng singular verb as well. That is why the correct answer is makes. So next, question number 9. My colleagues, is it hope or hopes you will be able to visit us next summer? Yes, you're right. The correct answer is hope. Kasi yung ating subject, colleagues, is plural. That is why we need a plural verb as well. And now let's have our last example. Both Chris and Mark, is it help or helps to register students? Almost the same with question number 7. We have two subjects and it is joined by a coordinating conjunction and. So, dalawang subjects meaning plural na po. So, we need a plural verb. And the plural verb is help, not helps. By the way, as what we can observe, ito po ay isang indefinite pronoun. Tandaan niyo po na kapag tayo po ay naka-encounter ng mga indefinite pronouns like both, few, many, and several sa isang sentence, yan po ay mga plural, indefinite pronouns na nangangahulugan din na kailangan natin ng plural verbs. So, technique lang po para mas madali ninyong matandaan. Kapag halimbawa, yung isang verb ay nasa original form or base form kung tawagin, walang S, walang ES na nadagdag, yan po ay mga plural verbs. Kapag halimbawa ito naman, mga verbs na may nadagdag na S, ES, yan po ay mga singular verbs. Nangangahulugan lamang po na itong mga plural verbs na ito ay para lamang sa mga plural subjects. At itong singular verbs na ito ay para din lang sa mga singular subjects. That concludes our video, and if you find this video helpful, don't forget to leave us a like, share this video to your friends, at huwag na rin pong kalimutang i-hit ang subscribe button. See you next time. Bye for now.